they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but the abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team my all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance, one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black dollars, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been the rapper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going off Patron, premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to short you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's lock up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a bit for his mama. He fucking up them commas, be honest, he seeing decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Daisy got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again,
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or super mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this?
That's the music playing.
Testing.
Most High in Christ. Let's clap it up. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatah. To all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathah Bashim Yahweh Shah, all the sisters. How is looking on the live? We might need to let the camera down a little bit. Is it looking too wild? No, I'm saying on. How does it look like?
It looks wild.
Council, it's not too high. The camera?
Nah.
It's 12. Come, Most High in Christ.
Wow.
Come, the water. You know what I'm saying? Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out here in Durham, North Carolina. Priest and officer 500,001 holding down. Monday night, you know what I'm saying? Scripture breakdown and history class until Captain of 13,009 arrives. Of course, as I said, this was the Isupk. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. You understand? Is it today's, of course, the scripture breakdown class. So if anybody has any questions of any kind, you know what I'm saying, this is the class to get your questions answered. So you can ask. If you in the room, just raise your hand. If you're online, just go ahead and just type it into the chat. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go ahead and get it from there. What you got, Maya Shaw?
Come on, sir. So like, is there a specific verse that says Christ came to divide, not bring together, but instead to divide?
Yeah, there's a few. Somebody get me I came to bring a sword. Somebody get me bring a sword. Set a mother at variance. Somebody get me that. And somebody get me someone also get me, if you could, not to destroy the law. Somebody get me not to destroy the law as well. So yeah, so there's one tell you right now, Shalaki. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 35 through 37. Go ahead.
One of them says Luke 12 and 51. Is that one of them?
Sir? That could be one of them.
Come on.
Do you think? Yeah, do you think? That's one.
What's that one said before?
So Matthew 10, chapter 34 is one. You could use it's really a few verses in succession, but you can use them, separately. So we'll go to somebody. So get Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Okay. Right? Let's start there. And what's the one you said?
So like it says Luke 12 and 51.
Luke 12 and what?
51.
Okay. God, that's a great one. We'll get that one after.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
Think not that I'm come to send peace on earth.
Right. So Christ said, now, I mean, damn, does it get any more? This is one of the most divisive verses in the Bible.
Right.
Ironically speaking, right? Because Christians tell you what? That Christ came to do what? Yeah, Maisha.
It's like it said, bring peace and love, bring us the whole world together. Save everybody.
He came to save everybody. He came to love everybody. Hugs and kisses, as my Adawan Ayazab says. Hugs and kisses and rainbows and skittles and unicorns.
Right.
That's what Christ came to do. I mean, I know when I was a kid, I don't know about y'all, but I kept seeing pictures of white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on a rock with little Asian babies and little black babies and little white kids around him, and everybody's like, oh. And he's just talking like he loves everybody, right? You know what I mean? That's what they taught us. That's what they teach. I saw one with black Jesus.
Oh, no.
Now imagine that. Some of y'all do that too. You go to the Christian church, they'll put a black Jesus and still be what? Asian babies around him,
right?
White babies, and he's still somehow what do they do? They give him dreads. Oh, that's what they do if they want to make black Jesus. Go ahead, Mike.
That's like it. I see him with relaxed hair, like the full pimp. Like, look, yeah. They get
the full blown outcast.
Yeah, kind of care.
Got a process. You know what I'm saying? And they make black Jesus. You feel me? So they make black Jesus, and they still got little Asian babies and all that around him. Because he's still what? He's still here to bring peace, and love, and joy, and happiness all across the earth. But the Bible says, no, matter of fact, let me not even say that. Christ said,
right.
What we're reading is that it written in red, brother?
This
is Christ's words. This is not even, Christ's words are the Bible, of course, but this ain't my words. This ain't, the Isupk didn't make this up. This is what Christ said. We're going to break it down. Read it.
It's book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Now, why would Christ have to tell someone, think not that I've come to send peace on earth? We in the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. Okay. So why would Christ have to say that? Why would Christ have to tell people, think not that I'm come to send peace?
So like, sir, did he think because he is sent by the Father the Most High God, they think maybe he's supposed to unite the people? Is that possibly why?
You on it, but make it. Tell me why he would have to say it. What would be the purpose of him saying it? Go ahead, Kabul.
Because our people would always want to intermingle.
And where's the mic at?
Oh,
okay, it's like my bad, bro. I was right there.
Because our people would always want to intermingle with the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you right. You want it more, right? The question is, why did Christ have to say, think not that I am come to send peace? Go ahead, Yanazor.
When he came,
Mm-hmm.
he was the savior, so every day is going to be, how they say unicorns.
Right. Y'all are all right. It's because basically niggas back then, like you said, Kabul, is just like niggas now. Everybody back then, they thought what? The Messiah was coming to do what? To save everybody. The same thing that black people want now. And we've seen it at camp. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, you know what I'm saying? Some brothers, you know what I'm saying, had their first encounter where you see a black man is willing to attack us because we're saying we don't love devils. You understand? Like, this is the reality. This is the real thing that happens. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians hate when we don't love oppressors. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. Go ahead, Yanazar. Damn right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we not down with oppressors and because we don't love oppressors and because we know that Christ didn't come to send peace, you know what I'm saying? Some people absolutely hate us. But Christ said, read it from the top. I'm telling you, man, you go in a Christian church and read this verse and watch everybody's head explode.
So the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
He's telling them because he was dealing with the same blacks and Hispanics that back then that we're dealing with now. And they thought and wanted to believe, yes, he's going to make us all join together. But he said, don't think it, Think not that I'm come to send peace. Go ahead.
Come on. I came not to send peace.
I came to not to do what?
Not to send peace.
I did not come to send peace. Does it get more plain than that?
Right.
I didn't come to send peace. I'm not here for that.
Not at all.
Go ahead.
But a sword.
But a what?
But a sword.
But a what?
But a
He
sword.
said, I didn't come to send peace. I came to send a sword. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
Damn right.
But you know what I'm saying? For the Most High sending his son to bring a sword. Because black people don't need peace.
Right.
What the hell are we gonna do with peace, man? What are blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians gonna do with some peace? What, be better slaves? Serve better? Die better? Be strung out on drugs better? You understand? Be pimps and whores better? No, we need somebody to bring a sword for us.
That's right.
We need somebody to sever us from this disgusting place that destroys us and demeans us and belittles us. Read on.
Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
Ooh, we. I mean, damn. Now you take it from peace and the sword. Okay, people can kind of, well, he came not to send peace.
Right.
He came to bring a sword, but now he's going to break it down to the molecule for you. He came to do what?
For I've come to set a man at variance against his father.
I've come to set a man at variance against his father. And these brothers, man, these brothers in this school in Isupk, they know what that's all about.
Damn right.
They know what it's all about when you start wearing that all black. You know what it's all about when you start saying, "Oh, I don't eat that."
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't eat that. And they saying, "Boy, what the hell are you talking about? I was cooking this for you since you was this, you know what I'm saying? This tall,
Right?
Since you was, you know what I'm saying? What you mean you don't eat that? You don't like pork chops, brother? What? Oh, you don't? What do you don't celebrate this? What you talking about? That's that damn cult you've been hanging out with them brothers that be on that corner, right? You've been hanging out with them. What the hell you talking about? You don't celebrate this? What you mean that's a devil's holiday? You wasn't saying that when I was buying you them gifts. You wasn't saying that when you was young. You was getting that candy.
There you go.
You understand? Right. And exactly. But they don't look at it like that, right, young man? They don't look at it like, wait a minute. Maybe you're the cult.
Right.
Maybe you're the one that was in a cult.
That's right.
Maybe you're the one who indoctrinated me, and these brothers on the corner are the ones trying to free me from that nonsense that you taught me.
That's right.
They never say that. You understand? Christ said, I came to set a man at variance against his father. You understand? To be in this truth and to do what we do, to save blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, you are going to have to deal with hatred from your own family.
That's right.
It's just what it is. This is the life of a soldier that you've never seen. You can literally go out there and sell all the drugs you want. You can sell all the drugs that you want. Yeah, some people will hate you, but guess what? A lot of people will love you.
Right.
A lot of people will love you. You heard about what happened to Alpo? Y'all heard about that? We was just talking about that not too long ago, right? He got killed on what? I think on 140th. He just got killed. I wouldn't say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know what you mean, but Bible says you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? The reality is that that's how those things end. But no, I feel what you're saying. I know what you mean, bro. But this is the thing with that. This is the reality, man. It's like when I look at that, I say, I'm never happy to see no black man die.
Right.
But of course, brothers in them streets, they've killed a lot of black men. They sold drugs to a lot of black men. But that's the dangerous part. Because everybody hates Alpo. Right. Because of the movie and Paid in Full and you know what he did to his mans and then he ratted. Everybody hates a rat.
Right.
But in Harlem, Rich Porter's a legend. Everybody loves Rich. Everybody loves Rich and all of this, you know. But here's the reality. Yeah. But he was also a drug dealer.
Right.
He was also a murderer. You know what I mean? Like, let me. Allegedly. Go ahead, man.
Salakia, the people of this empire love anything that God hates.
Damn,
Period.
Give him a hand.
Right. Right.
Simple. That's the simple way to put it. That's the simple way to put it. You understand? You can do these things, and there's a way. If you destroy blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, like the brother just said, America's gonna love you. America will love you if you destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? But guess what? I'm telling you, you can go out there and sell all the drugs you want, and some people will love you. You come into this body, you come into this One West, this ISUPK, I'm telling you right now, man, you're going to get hatred you've never seen before in your life. You're going to get an amount of hatred and looks that you've never seen. You understand why? Not because of how you dress, not because, oh, you're too aggressive. No. It's because deep down they know this brother's trying to save black people. He's trying to save those Hispanics that I think are not worth a damn. He's trying to save those Native Indians that I was trying to keep on the reservations. I cannot have that. I can't have someone trying to tell these brothers and sisters that they're the greatest people on the face of the earth. I can't have that. How will my economy thrive? How will my nation thrive if these slaves start to understand that they're actually better than me? You understand? And these same slaves have, what do we call it? Stockholm syndrome. So when they hear you say the black man is the greatest on the face of the earth, Hispanics and Native Indians, we're the best people, we're God's chosen people. In their Stockholm syndrome sickness, even they, like you said, brother, they love what America loves and hate what America hates. So it's like, wait a minute, no. You don't tell me that I'm better than these devils. No. I'm just a slave. I'm just a nigga. I'm just a spick. I'm just a wetback. That's all I am, and that's all I'll ever be. And they believe it, and they'll come against us for it. And guess what? You're going to have to go against your family to prove to them that they're better than all these other people. And that's why Christ had to say, read it from the top one more time.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother,
right?
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
You're going to set a daughter at variance with her mother. As soon as that mother hear ISUP, what? ISUPK. Hold up, wait a minute. She gonna start doing all kind of calculations in her head, like the Bionic Man. Hold up. Now I could have sworn I seen some niggas on the corner one time saying that a man can have more than one wife. You're not talking about them, are you? And then the sister has to say, "Yep." Them same ones, them same niggas that say that a man can have multiple wives, and that a sister has to be under obedience to her husband. Them same ones. And know what that mother's gonna do? That mother's gonna go in on her and tell her, I didn't teach you that.
Right.
I taught you to be independent. I taught you can do it on your own. You don't need no man. Oh, you want a man that bad? You want a man that bad? You gonna let him tell you what to do? Ain't you grown? Ain't you this? Oh my God, I didn't raise you to be like this. I wish your father would. If she got a father. Right? If she got one. If not, then the mother just gonna be like, look at your father. You gonna love a black man, he gonna be just like that.
Salaki, the more I'm in here day by day, I notice how much people don't know SHIT about the scriptures. Man, I have absolutely beautiful women coming up to me, trying to talk to me. Beautiful, right? Judite. Soon as I tell her, I say, okay, well, let me tell you something. I'm an Israelite. I don't do LBGTQ. I don't do that. Soon as I say that, they lose their mind. When I tell them that, look, when I tell them that they got to come to school if they want me, they just don't understand it. They're like, how?
Right.
They're like, I'm telling you, I'll give you myself. I'm telling her, like, sex is marriage, girl. I'm like, everything that I'm like, let me put my scriptures out for me. She's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, well, if you running from God, you running from me. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Most High in Christ, bro.
I hate what God hates. That's what I told him.
Simple. But that goes to show you why we always say, what? If you're not in here, what? You a Christian. Yeah. Because you want to be the same way that they are in the Christian church. Not you. I'm saying the people you talk to, right? They want to believe I love God.
You can do whatever you want to, and you'll be forgiven.
And you, right.
That's what
I love God. God is everything. You see it in their bio on their Facebook.
They don't want to follow
on their Instagram.
They don't want to follow no damn rules.
I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. Who heard that before? Proverbs 31. Do y'all ever read Proverbs 31? Do you know what it says about a woman in Proverbs? No sweat, brother. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? The brother said that he found what? He found one man. I'm paraphrasing. He said he looked for a righteous man out of 1,000, and he found one. But out of 1,000 women, he found none.
That's right.
None.
I forgot about that one.
You know what I mean? That's why the scriptures say her price is far above rubies. It's hard to find a righteous sister, man.
Man.
It is a task. It is a task. That's why you got to do what? They got to be forged in the fire, just like these brothers. Right. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, man, these brothers were some hardcore Negroes before they came up in here. Ooh-wee. Some of y'all in this room, I wouldn't want to see y'all niggas in the streets. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would not have wanted to run into none of y'all. Before y'all came in here, I don't, you know what I mean? Brother might have to walk across the street, like, you know what I mean? Like a double woman clutching a purse, like, ooh-wee, I see that. Nope. You know what I mean? It's real. But when you get forged in that fire, you become what? You become a new creature. Right. You become something totally different. And that's why they don't recognize you. And people always fear what they don't understand. Right. They always do. They always fear what they don't understand. And more than that, just with the same thing, but they really fear what, I mean, this is what really gets them. When you come in here, you become what? Somebody read my mind. I'm going to give you a word. You become a reflection. You become a mirror of what? Give them a hand. You become a reminder to them of how much they don't love God, of how much they actually hate their families, how much they actually hate their people. That's what you are. You are a walking, breathing. That's why when they see, what do they say when they walk past us at Camp Yanazar? Why don't you guys shut the hell up? Shut up. Go home. Well, I heard one person they say, go back to New York. Take it back to Harlem. Yeah. Take it back to Harlem. Right. Meanwhile, you got camps all over damn America. You think Captain Goodall is not doing the same thing in California? What are we talking about? You understand? But they want us to go home, pack up. We was packing up the other day, and I think somebody yelled out, like, yeah, go home. I'm just like, we'll be back. Like, same time next week. Go ahead, Yanazar. Yeah, he said right. He sure did, right? I'm telling you, the hatred is real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go into detail, but I put a sign on my door yesterday. What was that last night, man? That disgusting pagan garbage that I'm sure the Audubon going to cut to shreds. That nasty holiday they celebrated last night. So, of course, you know what I mean? I'm in the spot with my rib, man. I had to put a sign. I don't want no small. I'm like, don't bother me, bro. And I try to be nice about it. I put up a little sign just saying, hey, we don't celebrate that. I ain't got no candy. All of a sudden, I hear a commotion in front of my door. Now, mind you, my neighborhood has got 8,000 Elamites. Oh. Yeah. And I'm hearing a commotion. I'm putting my rib, I'm like, you hear that? Yeah, what the hell is that? And I hear them, they talking about my sign. Come on. They could not believe it. So I go to the peephole, pause. I go look. I'm like, what the hell? And I look through the joint, right? And they are looking at my sign in amazement, like, huh? You know what? And mind you, these are like little 12, 13-year-old Elamites. One of them got so upset they flipped the bird to my sign, bro. They looked at my sign like, nah. I'm like, oh, hell no. I had to open up the door and say, I was very polite. Right. Of course, I would never threaten anybody because that's not what I'm taught to do in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. Right. I'm taught to be very professional. So, of course, I simply opened the door and asked them very politely, y'all good? Y'all good? And it's like, yeah, we're fine. I said, all right, be safe. And it's like, yes, sir. And made their way. You understand? But when that's the difference. In here, what we do is foreign to them. Right. It's foreign to them. So how in the hell could these be the same people that believe in Christ? That love Christ? Right. How? When Christ said, I came to set a man at variance against his own father and a daughter against her mother. Any more, Maya Shaw?
Count.
Read it for the time if you got to.
God, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 35. For I've come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against their mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Read on.
Verse 36. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
And a man's what?
Foes shall be they of his own household.
What is a foe? Go ahead, Uncle Boy.
It's like your enemy, sir.
Damn right. Your enemies, your foes shall be they of what? Are you sure?
Of his own household.
Your enemies are going to be those of your own household. You understand? That's just how it is. When Christ came on the scene, the people that was the first ones to be like, man, what the hell are he talking about? Was what? The people from Nazareth. They knew. You talking about little Yahusha? Oh, hell no. And with that, I pass the class over to priest and captain of 13,000 Nayatha.
All right, where we at? Okay. You finished breaking it down? Okay. Come on.
Sir, do you want me to go to also Luke 12 and 51, sir?
The brother's question is about scriptures that show that Christ didn't come to put everybody together to divide.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. While you pulling the two, you can pull up Halloween. Come on.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Rather what?
Rather division.
Right, and this is the whole, you know, I mean, and this, how to put it, this cuts the Christian church to its core.
Come on.
You understand? Because the Christian church likes to say what?
Come on. It's like, sir, Christ here for everybody to save everyone.
Right, to save everyone. But read that again.
Come on, it's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I'm come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Rather what?
Rather division.
Rather division. And who is Christ speaking to right now?
So like it, sir, he is.
Speaking to who? Come on. To our people. You understand? So if he's saying that about his own people, where the heathens come in? Where Esau come in?
Right.
Where oppressor comes in? Where the so-called African comes in? They can't come in there.
Damn right.
You understand? He came to bring a what? A division amongst us, amongst the people who want to be what? Who wants to serve Satan? Meaning you want to go in the Christian church, or you want to come in here and actually serve the Lord.
That's right.
He came here to make what? A division. He came here to make it clear as night whose side you're on, basically.
Oh, God.
You understand? Yeah, you have the same the clothing on, but you might be playing for the same team. You understand?
Come on,
you have on the what's his North Carolina Panthers uniform, but you're working with who's the enemy? Cowboys.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're working with them. You understand? Like it's a division he came to make. All right, and as I say, it cuts to core the whole Christian ideology or doctrine that Christ loved everybody.
Yeah, right.
You understand? If he had loved everybody, why they try to kill him? Why his own people try to kill him? You understand? Remember what Pilate said. Pilate did what? Come on. So what did Pilate do to show that he had nothing to do with this? Come on.
Sir. He offered them Barbarous. He gave them a choice whether to choose Barbarous or Christ. He gave them a way out for him.
You're right, but I'm asking about what Okay, what visually what did Pilate show the children of Israel that he had nothing to do with it? What did Pilate do? There's an action he did. Come on.
So I can't call what physical action, but I know he says something like my hands or something like
You're on it. I wash my hands. I have nothing to do with this man murder. I have nothing to do with this man. You know what I mean? With the lynching of this man. But that's the devil for you right there.
Yeah, right.
And when I say that's the devil for you right there, guess what? Yeah, but why I'm saying he's the devil? He's saying he's washing his hand from the murder
that he's about to commit.
Yeah. You understand? Like you washing your hand. Yeah, I mean, you know, when Negroes say, yeah, I mean, my hands washed from this, meaning they're taking what? No part in it.
Right.
But this oppressor, he took part in it.
Right.
You understand? He took part in it. He gave in to the people. Come on.
So like if I may, so wouldn't that now we know that the heathens weren't given the law, but where the law tells us that we have to judge righteous judgment, you know what I'm saying? You can't give a judgment to one person over one person, if you know, whether they're rich or poor, because you like them or whatever, you got to judge it accordingly based on whether or not they've committed the crime.
Yes, if a rich man stole from a poor man, not because the rich man could find the Johnny Cochran, he could get off. You understand? Not in our kingdom. A rich man does something to a poor man, he's going to have to pay for it.
That's right.
You understand? Poor people in America don't get the justice they deserve. They don't. Why? Because we go to what? To the law with the what? Unjust. You understand? Our oppressor, he is not just. He is what? He's hungry for what? Let me see if you all know your oppressor. What is he hungry for?
Blood.
No.
So like a power, sir.
You own it. That's the same thing he's saying. Blood. All right? Go ahead.
I would just say money.
I'm a man right there. Halloween was about what? Money. Thanksgiving is going to be about what? Money. All his holidays is about what? Money. Everything you have, everything you celebrate with him is about money. You understand? When it comes to you, but to his people, they don't go out and be the biggest consumers even on July 4th. You understand? But you're the biggest consumers on every holiday he has. You understand? He's about money. You understand? And if he's losing money, you know what your oppressor does when he sees that he's going to have to live like you. Meaning he has to live on 2 square meals a day or 1 square meal a day. What is he going to do? He's gonna do what? Say it. He's gonna commit suicide. He does not want him fathom living like a so-called, what do you call a Hispanic a wetback? You understand? He don't want to live like a native Indians on no reservation. Right. You crazy? He is going to what? Kill himself. He's going to commit suicide. Yeah. Raise your hand, right? Come on.
Water, sir. Around holiday time, you start seeing more Israelites in the commercials, more black people in the commercials around holiday season. They start putting a lot of us in the commercials, you know, because they know exactly what you just said, that we're the consumers.
Yes, we are. You understand? I forget how much money they say we spend on average as black people, which I mean is a ton. Come on.
Come on, sir. Black people alone, 3.1 trillion.
You understand? Like we and none of that coming back to where? The black community. None of it. You know how much candy, how much they say Halloween, they say is it's accounted for what I think is a quarter of the candy bought in America for the year or something like that. You understand? Like, come on. Like we need to wake up, but because of our leadership, the pastors in your church, you understand? As Cole calls them, Pastor Willie, Joe Willie. Joe Willie, because of Pastor Joe Willie in your church, the so-called oppressor is able to seduce you.
Right.
He's able to seduce you. You think you like Jordan because it's a nice sneakers? No, because he seduced you. Come on.
Salakia, can I get a scripture breakdown of everything that the oppressor, his ways, we're not supposed to follow any of his ways, his culture, anything like that?
Yeah, we'll come to that as
All right, the bottom.
Jeremiah 10, I believe. We're gonna come to that. All right. But first, I ain't gonna forget your question. I'm gonna tie it into my topic. All right. My topic today is what? Halloween. You understand? We have to stop celebrating Halloween as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? And I don't think, you know what I mean, Blacks and Hispanics, you know what I mean, grown men and, you know what I mean, grown women, I don't think they know how silly they look dressing up in some costume. You understand? We look silly dressing up in some costume talking about we going to some Halloween party. You understand? And that's the whole thing. Like our oppressor, he is so good with his seducing, he will make you celebrate a holiday without thinking you're celebrating a holiday. You thinking you having what? A fun time. Right. But not knowing you worshiping another God.
Right.
You understand? He did it perfect with what? Christmas. He what? Christ Mass, right? So you think what? This day is for Christ. But when you buy the gift, you all are leaving it under the tree for Christ. Who buying them gifts for? For that monster. That's right. And them gremlins. You understand? That's who you're buying the gifts for. A monster and gremlins. Who don't give a damn whether you live or die or come and go in that house. You understand? You there, no? If you have your hand, the light here, I can't see. No, you good. I just saying, you know. Yeah.
If I may, sir. No, what you're saying is heavy out of one because the delusion is so real, and like these Christians, so anyone outside of the UPK, they are under such a great delusion by the oppressor that they think that they're not doing nothing wrong, to the point where, like I always bring up, you know what I'm saying, I came up, my school was a school ran by Black Muslims, but yet every year we had like a Christmas thing. Now these, I mean, when I say Black, I mean like it's New York,
I know.
Black Muslims that, you know what I'm saying, the dean of my school like had been around Malcolm X at times, you know what I mean, like that. But we had a Christmas party situation, a Thanksgiving thing, a holiday every year. Salaki.
No, and that's why we say you are a Muslim in America. You actually a Christian.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna fall in the same boat. You understand? Same boat. Ain't no different, but you in a Christian and he a Muslim, and you all, you know what I mean, floating down two separate rivers. You're on the same river. You celebrate the same holidays. You understand? We under the same oppression. Come on. You understand? All right. So let me get a little bit of this. Let me see if see if you can get this one for me, right? I'll get this one right here. Because I'm not too sure if that one have you know how to do it. All right, just now. I think this one you're looking at here, it might be a little more simple to go through too. So you can look it up online. You could go back.
History Channel?
Yeah, whichever one. All right, but we're gonna get it in with Halloween. Who could tell me about Halloween? What's the history on Halloween? Online, in class, what's the history on Halloween? All right. Anybody online? History on Halloween. No, you in class too. Come on.
From my knowledge, it's a Day of the Dead that they celebrate that goes back to somewhere in Europe, where they celebrate the Day of the Dead, all the people who have died, who passed on. So, and like I want to say it goes back to not Rome, but
I'm gonna help here. What you talking about is the Roman side of it. You understand? What you're talking about is the Roman side of it. But Halloween is actually a celebration to bring in what? Winter. You understand? So just think, okay, to understand a heathen, right? A heathen looks at what we would call natural disaster and says what?
You say natural disaster, does it have to be a disaster or just like a natural occurrence?
A natural is like a hurricane,
Come on.
a tornado. He would look at it and say what? That's what?
God.
Not a heathen.
Come on.
He'll call it by a different name. Mother Nature. You understand? He would say Mother Nature did it. He wouldn't give God the props. You understand? That's why with a hurricane, when it came and destroy New Jersey, the governor was quick to come on and say, we will build back and this will stop us, this, that, the other. It's almost like, coming up in the face of God that, you can't stop us from, building this great and mighty empire. You understand? Like they do not give God the honor. So guess what? They're going to worship what? The sun. You understand? Because the sun does what? The sun take care of the crops. Right? So now when that spring and that fall started go and now winter come in, what happened to your crops? It started to die. So meaning you as a people would have to do what with your crops during the fall and the summer. Come on. You had to harvest it. So you're gonna harvest it and you're gonna have to I call them squirrels. They gather nuts for the winter. Back then, when you didn't have a refrigerator, you didn't have a way to store your food, right? You will have to gather it in a way, whereas you're going to store it for what? The entire winter. You understand? Okay. Being a heathen, to them, we're going to have to do what? We're going to have to set a big bonfire up. We're going to have to worship this God so that what? So that we survive this winter. Because the winter was brutal. You understand? Without your jackets, without knowing how to deal with the winter, the Native Indians had to help the so-called oppressor deal with the winter. You can't deal with the winter. You're gonna what? You're gonna freeze to what? To death. You're gonna have to bury your family. You ain't got no food. You got to bury your family. That's why what? Native Indians were so smart. They would follow what? They follow the buffaloes. They just follow them and live. And eat and survive. And after killing the buffalo, what they'll do? Take the what? Buffalo skin, because they had some sense. You understand? Until it's in some clothing. And now they're able to what? To withstand the winter. You understand? Right? Now, let's read a little bit on it. Halloween. All right?
Come. Halloween is a holiday celebrated each year on October 31st, and Halloween 2021 will occur on Sunday, October 31st.
Right, so right now they're trying to pass some legislation to try and have it on the last Saturday of every of October. All right, come on.
It's funny you mentioned that, sir, because I just was working on the articles for the show. One of the reasons I know they're doing that is because Halloween night is like one of the deadliest nights of the year.
Yeah, I have some stories here for you, bro.
Like they trying to like stave off all the accidents that happen. It's a lot.
Yeah. You understand? We went to camp when Saturday. Camp was, was normal, but coming down to the end of the night, they were getting drunk. They were getting it on. You understand? And started to see the goons and goblins started to come out. You understand? Your bride of Chucky said to come out. You know what I mean? They was fit into what? Get drunk and turn it into what? What they also call, what was another name they call Halloween? Another name for it.
It's like All Devil's Night.
No.
Not that's what.
Come on. All Hallows. But think about the whole atmosphere. Come on.
Horror.
Say one time.
Horror.
Halloween.
You're doing the famous thing Negroes do. You're making up names, which is, you know what I mean? It's black. Come on. It starts with an M though. An M. M. Like man. Mischief night. All right. Mischief night. All right. So you know why? You know what I mean? Mischief night, because that night they will do what? Come on.
It's like a commit mischief, do mischievous acts.
Yeah. Brother, you do not want to be the only Negro in a town full of oppressors on mischief night. You understand? When they getting it on, brother, they full on getting it on.
Right.
You understand? They will wreck a tongue in a night. For you to wreck a tongue, guess what? The cops had to kill one of us in the streets. So we have to see something real evil, some criminal act happen to one of our brothers, and we in the streets wrecking it. Not them. They have a night for it. You understand? Right? Read on.
The tradition originated with the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes. Oh,
okay. It's on topic or okay. Come on.
When people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Right, to ward off what?
Ward off ghosts.
Right. So similar to what you were saying, young man. Similar to what you were saying, right? Read on.
In the 8th century, Pope Gregory II designated November the 1st as a time.
And hold on, before I move on, right? If kids are looking at this, right? You're going to think that they're ghosts. There's no such thing as what? Ghosts. No such thing as ghosts. Ghosts are made up characters by a so-called oppressor. You understand? So that you don't actually look at who the real devil is on the earth.
That's right.
So now you're looking as what? You're looking for a ghost. So when daddy or mommy dies or auntie dies, guess what? You sit around the table with your family, and that plate sitting right there for auntie such and such, Betsy that died 40 years ago. So she's you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Aunt Betsy gonna come and eat this, whatever. I never had to go through it, but I heard stories about it. You understand? And I'll show you how clever the oppressor is with it. Like with Negroes in America, you all celebrated what do you call it? Halloween. But in the Caribbean, it goes by a different name. And that's what you was explaining. Come on.
Shalakio, then why in the Bahamas, where my people from, and in the islands, do they say, about the spirits that roam? There's a lot of spirits that roam around the islands.
Okay, according to the Bible, what does it say about spirits? What's the spirit he's talking about? Come on.
Spirit he's talking about?
Yes.
Salakia. You mean Mike, like demons?
Demons, correct.
Yeah, the Bible talks about demons.
Right.
Demons are not dead people that
very good.
And they're walking around like Patrick Swayze.
Right. Correct. All right, come on. Pass it back.
Salakia, but in the islands, not all of them are evil. Some of them are like to protect you. They call them ancestors.
No. Okay. Think about it this way. Give me where you say where Christ said it out his mouth. Where you say God is not the God of the dead, God of the living. All right. Now a spirit, right? Who has a spirit? Come on. A man has spirit, right? When you die, where does the spirit go? Come on. Precept. Psalms 104 and 28. All right? Psalms 104 and 28. When you die, your spirit goes back to where? To the Most High. You understand? All right? And as we read in the book of Job, right? Where are the demons and where are the angels? Where are the demons? Where are the angels? Come on.
In the fourth dimension?
Yeah, in the fourth dimension, but in the book of Job, give me Job 1 and 6. Job 1 and 6.
Count, so I got it.
Uh-huh.
So like it is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was the day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7.
So Satan, right? So people, you hear people saying what Satan has his own realm.
Right.
Like Satan is God arch nemesis.
Right.
Right? They fighting. It's, two of them have the same power, basically, right?
Oh, God.
Right?
They're playing chess.
Yes. Right? According to your Christian church. Right? Now read on.
Oh, God.
Let's show you how the Christian church, they illiterate.
That's right.
They don't read.
Come on.
Yeah, all they go by is what they hear, what somebody tell them. You understand? Just pick the Bible up and read it for yourself and see for yourself.
Come.
Right? Do some research.
Right.
Right? You send your kids to school, right, to get education, right?
Damn right.
To just learn how to read, right?
Come.
Well, then take that same, same concept you're giving your kids, and you know how to do what? Open the book and read it yourself.
That's right.
Right? Don't let somebody tell you what's inside there, and then when you open it, you know what I mean? That's not what it is. You have a teacher teaching your child something that's not in the book. You quick to go down to the school and try to embarrass the teacher. You understand? But when it comes to the Bible, no. It don't sound right to you. Negro, read it. Forget what it sounds like. Just read it. All right, read on.
Come. And Satan came also among them. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou?
Right, so the Lord said unto what? Satan, whence comest thou? Who is in charge? Come on. Yeah. You don't ask Satan, yo, nigga, you know what I mean? Where you coming from?
Right.
Right? Listen to how obedient Satan is. Right, read on.
Come. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
From going to and fro where?
In the earth.
On the earth. You understand? You see a brother out his mind, guess what? Demons. You understand? Demons. You see a freak accident and somehow somebody come a walk in, angels. You understand? Come on.
Salaki. So basically, the angels and demons, Salaki, the angels can come from the fourth dimension and come from the third into the fourth.
Meaning you could see it. You could see it.
No. Whether you can see it or not, is that the power that they have to be able to come from the third to the fourth?
Okay, I wouldn't just think if they could come from the third or the fourth. Hold on, come on.
Salaki, sir, if I may, as I understand it, if I'm not mistaken, so the fourth dimension is not necessarily like it's another place, but not like another place. So it's like an angel could be in this room, right? Salaki, the angels are in this room.
Yes,
Salaki, the angels are in this room,
and demon,
right? Con. But we human beings can only see in 3 dimensions,
right?
So we can't see them,
right?
So they can affect something but we just can't see them do it. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really going from one to another. It's just that they're able to occupy space that we can't see. So like, if I may say.
Correct. Perfect.
So like, just for clarification, I was taught in the ICPK in Houston before I came here. Basically, God controls Satan. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. So everything Satan does is just by the will of God, because he does basically all God's evil, dirty work to carry out basically punishment.
Okay. Give me where you say God is not the author of confusion. Don't think so much that he's carrying out God's dirty work. Think he is working for God. It's not like a dirty work.
So like, ain't that the same thing? He's working for him.
Yeah, he's working for him, but the way of saying it is almost like, well, God is doing it. God is making this person a homosexual because Satan, he allows Satan to tempt him. You understand?
I'm just saying his occupation is to carry out the Lord's orders, right?
Yes. Just think he is, whatever he is doing, the Lord gave him authority to do it on the earth. That's all.
So is the Lord giving him authority for the white people to oppress us?
Okay, don't think so much he gave him authority for the oppressor to oppress us. Think more so, we ain't doing what the Lord said to do. That's why he oppressing us. You understand? Don't think, well, Satan is the cause. Satan is not the cause.
Okay, the what?
Satan is not the cause. Satan is basically is just like this. Think you as a parent, right? You're a parent. You have a child, right? But you have an inheritance to leave back. You have like maybe 5 boys, and you have an inheritance to leave back. Are you just going to leave it back with any one of them? No. You're going to leave it back with the one that's what? That show that he is going to walk in your footstep. You understand? Now, him walking in your footstep, you are testing him along the way. Not to say you're putting him in front of a car to see what the hell he's going to do. You are testing him. You are telling him, you're telling all of them, you'll go to school and do your work. Don't hang here. Don't do this. One of them following in your footstep. The other doing certain things you tell them not to do. You're going to be like, I'm going to take you, boy. Satan is like that. Satan tests you so that the Lord could be like, well, you know what? All right. There you go, young man. I'm going to give you this reward when Christ returns. You understand? Your pastors, what does the Bible say concerning your pastors who lead the sheep astray? Blacks and Spanish astray. They're going to be what? The least in the kingdom of heaven.
So,
come on.
Salakia. So what you're saying is, wow, that's crazy. So the Most High is sending Satan to test us.
Very good.
Oh, that's beautiful. I never heard that before. So that's what it is. Anytime something evil is happening, basically it's just to test my tuwabness, my righteousness.
Yes.
Of the law, statutes, commandments, and what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes.
Tuwab.
That's it. Like you'll be in a room and the only meat it have is pork. And Satan sitting down right, send his soldiers, his demons right there. And you watching you and it's like, yo, nobody around here, nobody from the Israelite school here, man. Go in and, you know what I mean? It smells good, right? Go ahead, taste it. You know it is. And you're going to have to say, get the hand, Satan. You understand? And when I say get the hand, Satan, sometimes people call it talking to yourself. Nigga, talk to yourself. You understand? Talk to yourself. And the reason why I'm saying talk to yourself, it seems as if you're talking to yourself, but you're actually talking to what?
Talking to Satan and his demons.
You're talking to the demon.
Come.
You understand? Most of you, come on.
Salakia, sir. Will the precept be when Christ told Peter, get thee behind me, Satan?
Right. He wasn't telling Peter to get behind me.
Right.
He was telling what? Satan that was in Peter, get thee behind me.
Come.
You understand? Because he knows Peter had a demon on him that was trying to make him what? Not fulfill his mission.
Right.
You understand?
Come on.
Yes, sir. So like I had a precept, Isaiah 45:7.
Go ahead and read it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. Says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
And how does the Lord create evil? Come on.
It's like by utilizing Satan.
Yes, by utilizing Satan. And now, if you want to call it his dirty work, I will label it like that when it comes to drug dealers killing themselves. Yeah, shootout, full out shootout. Yeah. Or Esau, the so-called oppressor, doing a mass killing on his own people. Yeah. Come on.
It's like, sir, I was just going to finish that out and say, I, the Lord, do all these things.
I, the Lord, do all these things. Yes. You understand? He has taken it because nothing goes on this earth without him giving what? The okay. When you read the book of Job, right? The book of Job, Satan was asking God for what? Permission to do what? To go tempt Job or test him. You understand? And Job ended up losing what? His cattle, his what? His wife, kids, everything around him. You understand? Come on.
I mean, he got boils all over his body. I think he was blind at one point. Everything went bad for that brother.
Satan tested him. You want to learn how to, you know what I mean, how to deal with being tested? That Job, and to understand how to overcome it, Job, and also to Christ. Of course, you can't leave Christ out when he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and Satan came to him and tempted him. Christ show you how to conquer that. You understand that demon, all right? Come on.
Salaki. I'm just taking that in. That's a little too deep. That's deep. Hold on, I can't even remember what I was going to say. Salaki.
No, innocent. When you remember that, you'll get your mic back. Don't worry.
So I got another precept if you want to, sir.
Come on.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it?
You understand? Like they always give the props when somebody kill, when there's some killing. Who they get the props to? Satan. That's Satan right there. You understand? But nah, that's God allowing Satan to do his work. You understand? Otherwise, what? You being a drug dealer will look what? Glorious. If drug dealers wasn't getting killed or killing themselves or some harm wasn't coming to them, if gays wasn't getting AIDS by, like oh the wazoo, then you would think it's okay to be what? Gay. You would think, I go to say the word. You would think living like that, you understand, is okay. Right? But it's not. That's why the Lord had to remind you every day when you turn the TV on and you see you had to pop this pill or this could happen to you if you do get HIV. Come on.
Shalakia, so the churches have this same exact Bible that we're using right here and now?
Yes. The Catholic Church does not, but your Christian churches out here, they most of them read from the King James Bible. Now what they're doing is they're coming up with the new King James Bible, the new version, which is not similar to the King James Bible.
So really then, Shalaki.
Mm-hmm.
Shalaki. So really then, about 95% of our people just don't know the Bible. That's what it is.
It's a little more than that. It's a little more than that.
Because I've never been to church, but if I ever knew that the Bible was saying things like this, then it probably would have got us earlier in the hood. It would have got us faster. If we would have known that there was things like this in the Bible, what I've been learning in these 5-6 months of being in here, it's gonna change people faster if we knew that these are what the scriptures say.
It's okay. Let me help you with it too, right? It's like this, right? First off, we all are in here by the mercy of the Most High.
That's right.
Don't ever forget that. Don't think we sit in here because somehow we read the Bible and we able to understand it. We here because the Lord had mercy on us and removed that wool from off our eye. Now, can that happen to your brothers and sisters? Yes, it could, when the Lord removed the wool from off the eye. But there's a question I always ask brothers and sisters, right? What does the Christian church stop you from doing? I know you know. Come on, you know. What did Christian church stop you from doing? Uh-huh. No. He will tell you pray for the Panthers, right? He tell you go paint your face up. He will even tell you to do what? Go celebrate Halloween. He tell you come with a costume with a chocolate in church. All right, come on.
Oh, like they'll stop you from asking questions.
Don't think on this level. You think up here. Think you're Christian. Think a regular Christian, right? What does Christianity stop a Christian from doing? Come on.
It's like following Christ.
You right. I can't say wrong with that answer. You're right. But I'm looking for an answer that's going to summarize everything, that's going to encompass everything. You're going to really understand a Christian. Come on.
So like you're serving the Most High.
That's what he just said. Julio said the same thing. Come on. Saying the same thing.
Salakia. You said, what is it? Say the question again.
What does Christianity stop you from doing?
Following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Same thing. You're saying the same exact thing. Come on. Type one.
Salakia, I ain't gonna front. I was gonna say following the law, statutes, and commandments. Salakia.
Come on. Anybody online? You all forget these classes. Don't forget these classes. Guess what? You all have to get a notebook and write these things down. You understand? Because you all gonna be given so much responsibility.
Someone online said, Thakwa said separating.
Come on.
It's stopping us from coming into the ISUPK.
No.
Salakia, when you say down here, you mean carnality, carnal?
No. Meaning, I want you to think on a big scale. Meaning, what you are saying is correct with the law, statutes, and commandments. But if I tell you one word, because if I say law, statutes, and commandments, right?
It's Christian. Salakia, it's one word.
No. Yeah, it's one word. A Christian is going to say what? I do the law, statutes, and commandments. I do this, I do that, and they'll start to run it down, right? I want a word to encompass a Christian to let you know. Let me see if I give you a hint.
Sacrificing.
The Bible says what? That the path to the Lord is what? Is it what? Straight and what? Narrow. But wide is the gates to what? That leaded to what? To destruction, right? The wide gate is who? Yes, you're Christians. Come on, tell me the answers. Let me see.
This came up Salakia.
This answer gonna be going.
Officer Kowal said it keeps you from seeing what's the truth and seeing what's right in front of you.
Man, when I say this answer, you're gonna be like.
But I said stop you from knowing you have a problem.
You're all saying everything. In other words, what you are doing is describing every Christian for me. Other way describe, you know what I mean, give me a characteristic of every Christian. I want one word to encompass every Christian. One minute.
Living or life.
Last one. No, last one.
Salakia, what does the letter start with? Just tell me the letter.
Starts with N.
Stop you from.
It stops you from doing nothing. That's simple, right?
Stop you from nothing.
From doing nothing. Can you smoke cigarettes and go to church? Can you pop holes and go to church? So I could just run the list down. So in other words, Christianity doesn't stop you from doing what? Anything. Nothing. Nothing Christianity stops you from doing. You could go and celebrate Halloween in the Christian church. You all know that, right? You could celebrate July 4th in the Christian church, right? So when I say Christianity stops you from doing nothing, now you understand what I'm saying. I'm encompassing everything you all just said. You understand? They eating pork in the Christian church. You know the pastor sleeping with your wife in the Christian church, which is adultery. You know the pastor molesting kids. You understand? And he's still on the pulpit, and you're saying, you know what I mean, Lord forgive him for doing whatever. You understand? Like, ain't nothing. You go to church, you are not, how to put it, you're not held to any moral standard. You're not held to any type of moral standard. Because we all are what? We all are.
So, like, sir, under grace.
Yeah, but the famous Christian phrase.
Oh,
yes, we all sinners. You know what I mean? We all sinners, right? Oh, you perfect, right? You perfect. You don't break no law. None. No Negro, I don't. Now what? That pork chop tasting good, right? Pork knuckles tasting real good, right? You understand? Like, we could eat it. Come on.
So, like, that's why most of the crime and the filth in the world is done by Christians.
Yes, a drug dealer wears a what? A cross. All right. The same cross the pastor wearing, a drug dealer has it. The only difference is his own a little more shiny.
So like that church is satanic, basically.
Yes, that's why we say the Christian, what? The Christian church is the house of what? Satan.
Oh.
You understand? Come on.
I make sure, like, to prove even further what the Isupk been saying is right on point, is going back to the Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
They do the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean, Muslims sell. I'm
Crack.
trying to say it in a way that's not going to offend, because they won't say I'm slandering anybody.
No, they're not, because there's no one. You could, you know what I mean, go up on the internet and see Muslims who got caught selling cocaine, crack. You understand? You could go to a Muslim store and see they're selling pork. Right?
Damn
so
right.
It ain't like you're lying on them. You ain't lying on them. It's facts. They sell drugs. Just
Damn
like,
right.
you know what I mean? And they say what? Christians sell drugs too? They all sell drugs. Come on.
Not only that, in New York, they have the script game. You know, that's when you write prescriptions. Muslims control that.
You understand? So, come on. There's nothing you could do. All right? Come on. What you need, brother? What you need?
I'm just trying to grab a sauce.
This grab it
grab
for
it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Tawada.
Slack.
Yeah, that's all right. Tawada. All right. Any questions online?
Khan, sir, but off topic.
Mm-hmm.
We got two questions. One from Officer Ayathan.
Uh-huh.
He says, Salakia Adawan, can I get a breakdown on Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 29? Who are the people of the land and who is the stranger?
All right. Who are the people of the land and the stranger?
Come.
Okay, let's go to it. Okay. All right. See if I remember this. Ezekiel what?
Chapter 22 and verse 29.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got it?
Oh, yeah,
Let Maisha read it. Just cover for
Come. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. Keep going, sir.
Where you at? 22?
Okay, so it's like it, sir. It's chapter 22, verse 29, sir.
Let's see. 29.
Come on, sir.
Read one more time.
Come on, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
Ayathon, I'm gonna get it for you, right? So he just wants to know what the people of the land, right? Who is talking about?
Comic-Con, sir. He wants to know who are the people of the land and who is the stranger. So
okay, I'm gonna get it for him. All right. All right. Any more? Just check online and see if there's any more questions.
Okay, Salaki, sir. Thakwawa asked, Salaki, sir, if I may, why do people give out candy during Halloween?
Okay, good. That's a good question, right? All right. Why candies? All right. Let's see.
Go back.
Let's read a little more. No, let's read a little more of this.
Okay, come on, sir.
All right. Continue reading some more of this.
Come on.
Yeah, you read.
All right. Come on. Pope Gregory II designated November 1st as a time. Oh, wow. Slakia. Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor all saints. Soon, All Saints Day incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain. Samhain.
Yeah,
Slakia, sir. Samhain.
Hold on. Samhain. Yeah. SOWIN. Right. It's spelled SAMHIEN. Just scroll up.
Samhain.
Yeah. AIN. Samhain. Right, but it's pronounced as Samhain.
Slakia, sir.
Right? It's a Celtic holiday. Right? Come on.
Slakia. Traditions of Samhain. The evening before was known as All Hallows Eve and later Halloween. Over time, Halloween evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treating, carving jack-o'-lanterns, festive gatherings, donning costumes, and eating treats.
Right? Read on. I don't think skip down. Skip down to Halloween. Halloween's origins date back to ancient.
Come on, sir. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. This day marked.
Right, and now remember that, right? They celebrated a new year on what? November 1st, right? Yes. Oh, that's why they call it All Hallows Eve or something like that. Come on.
Shalaki, it seems like they set the tone for everything because the calendar we use right now is Pope Gregory XIII's calendar.
Right.
So they also said like, I don't know what calendar they use for it to be November 1st, but it obviously goes back to their culture once again.
Well, the calendar we're using today, just that, because that's what we're celebrating, right? Yeah. Because the what they call it again, the 31st, they give it, you celebrate what? Halloween. On the 1st, what do you celebrate? Yes, beginning of the year. All right. Now, I want to give it to you. We're gonna come to it. All right, come on.
Come on. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain, when it was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth.
Right? The ghosts of the earth, what? Return to what?
Return to Earth.
The ghosts of the dead. All right?
Come.
So now, like what you were saying earlier on, young man, with the dead, with people dying, and I think the spirit coming back, right? This is the same thing that they're speaking about here, but you're going to see it more with the Romans, right? Read on.
Come on. In addition to causing trouble and damaging corpse, Celts thought that the presence
Crops. That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead.
damaging crops. Celts thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids or Celtic priests to make predictions about the future.
Right. So the Druid is their priest. All right. Read on.
Come on. For a people entirely dependent on the volatile natural world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long, dark winters.
You understand? So this is just them trying to serve, you know what I mean, another god. You understand? And you're going to see that it moved from just doing this to incorporating other gods into it also too. That's why if you look up the word syncretism, right? Syncretism is where your Christian church, your Roman Catholic church, right? They try to combine the Bible with pagan holidays. You understand? Right? Read on. And you're going to see how it's incorporated into your churches. So just now. Read on.
Come on. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices.
You understand? Because why? Because the winter is coming. So now they're burning their crops to do what?
To sacrifice to their fake ass gods. Slucky.
To their fake gods, yes. All right. Come on. Syncretism.
Oh God. Sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, the Celtics wore costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins.
Right. So this is where costumes come from today. You understand? So they incorporated, right? And now today they have what? Your little Spider-Man outfit.
Right.
Your witches, your goons. You know what I mean? Man, some of these outfits they have on, it's stuff for the bedroom. It's Salakia.
Right.
It's like they went to Victoria's Secret and said, I'm gonna wear this. This is a costume. I'll make a costume out of this. They're literally walking naked in the streets. It's like an excuse for somebody who on the fence, if you're in the closet, Halloween is when you could be yourself.
Good night.
You could put on that wig and that lipstick. I'm not gay. I'm just enjoying Halloween. Come on.
So, like if I may, I was doing DoorDash in the neighborhood the other day, and I saw a sign that said adult Halloween costume party, 8 p.m. And the first thing I thought to myself was like, yo, these people gonna have their rods out in this, that's adult costume party.
Yeah.
That's what that means. It's like it's sexual.
And to show how crazy it is to, right, you train your child up, right, not to take candies from stranger, right? But somehow Halloween is a pass. You're confusing the kids.
Right.
You understand? Your kids should not be eating any candy whatsoever on Halloween.
That's right.
You understand? They shouldn't be taking any candy from anybody. Somebody give your child candy on Halloween, tell them it's okay. We don't eat candy. You understand? Or take it and say, baby girl or baby boy, throw that in the trash. We don't celebrate. We don't celebrate Halloween. You understand? They come and hang it on your door, throw it in the trash. You understand? I don't need chocolate. You understand? Read on.
Okay, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes.
Give me chocolate some other day. Why don't bring the chocolate some other day?
That's right.
You understand? Why don't bring the chocolate some other day? It's like Valentine's Day, waiting for Valentine's Day to come around to bring flowers for that monster. She's been a monster the whole year. And you're going, you know what I mean? On that day, if you ain't bring flowers, brother, Tyrone, come on.
Salakia, at camp, or do we have a time where we pass out people a yearly calendar of what we're supposed to be celebrating?
They come to class. You understand? We don't pass all the calendar, but the calendar is, you know what I mean, it's online. You understand? It's online. They could go up and look at it. You understand? They also, blacks and Hispanics know they're invited anytime to come here to sit down in class.
Right.
You understand? And get, you know what I mean, get fed. You know what I mean? Not just with food, but with this. You understand?
Damn right.
Come on.
Come. When the celebration was over, they relit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening, from the sacred bonfire to help.
So all this is what? Rituals, right? All these things are just rituals. It means nothing but to your Celts and your Druids and your Northern Ireland and your Scottish people. This is, you know what I mean, this is their God. This is what they serve. This is the God that carried them through what? The winter.
Oh, God.
You understand? Not the God you reading of in the Bible carrying through the winter. Their God, Halloween, carried them through the winter. Right? Read on.
Oh, God. From the sacred bonfire to help protect them during the coming winter. By 43 AD, the Roman Empire had conquered the majority of Celtic territory.
Right.
In the course of the 400 years that they ruled the Celtic lands, 2 festivals of Roman origin were combined with the traditional Celtic celebration of Samhain.
Hold on. Yeah, you can read that part too.
Did you know 1/4 of all the candy sold annually in the U.S. is purchased for Halloween?
You understand? And that the question is sister have. I'm coming to it. So what? Right? What is so special about what candy on Halloween? Right? Read on.
The first was Feralia, a day in late October when the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead.
Right? The passing of the dead. You understand? So the Romans had their holidays, while the Celtic had their holidays. They all what? Worshiping what? Dead people. You understand? One destroying all your crops and saying is what? Is my dead granddaddy that came back and cracked the window in your house. You understand? It's just one night for them just to, be an oppressor. Yeah, that's them. And they know, I'll come to you, they know as they know their people that there's something inside of them. You know what I mean? A violent streak inside of them that they need a day just let it out, express itself. You understand? Just express itself. You know what I mean? So you can't kill. So you guess what? I'ma burn down your house. I'ma break your window. I'ma kill your cattle. I'ma kill your sheep. You understand? I'ma destroy it. And guess what? In the morning come, Johnny didn't do it. That was our, Johnny grandfather that did it. Who died 40 years, 50 years ago. He came back and did it. And they live on. Move on. Come on.
Salakia, what's with the infatuation in us celebrating all of their holidays and fraternities? Like I just came from Jiho, which is like greatest homecoming on earth. And they go overboard hard for their Greek fraternities. It's like gangs out there. They bang them. They can do the rituals, everything. What is with the infatuation with blacks, other people's rituals except for their own? Or is it just the lack of their knowledge of their culture? What is it?
Okay, is more so is the same thing, the same question I'm asking when it comes to the Christian church. With the Greek fraternity don't stop you from smoking or molesting kids. You understand? It don't stop you from doing anything. It don't put any hinge or hedges around you. You understand? So you're allowed to do anything in there. You understand? So of course, and sometimes of course too, they be looking for, a father figure or somebody to model after, and they think that going in there because this man is so successful in your oppressor kingdom that I'm going to be successful just like him. But he doesn't tell you what he had to go through. But you already in it, and he in it and he's successful. So now I'm going to do the same thing he did to what? Be successful. You understand? Like to them is just, I'm going to do this because some brothers, may not join a fraternity, but in the Christian church. Same thing. You understand? Same group. Come on.
So like, and if I may, so like you just said, which is heavy, a lot of them cats join certain fraternities because of the you might say like the history, where they'll be like, oh, did you know Barack Obama was in this fraternity and Martin Luther King and this person was in this fraternity? So now there's a certain I'll say prestige that comes with being attached to gamma this or alpha this or so on and so forth, and they want a piece of that.
Yes.
Come.
And it's no different than joining the Crips of the Blood.
Right.
It's no difference. You understand? Just one, his mindset is, you know what I mean, street. The other, his mindset is, I ain't gonna do that because I might go to jail. This, that, the other. So I'm gonna go do this.
Right.
But it's the same garbage end, meaning it's going to destroy them anyway.
Right.
One might be locked up in prison. One might have all the money in the world, but he ain't have this.
Damn right.
You understand?
Damn right.
He ain't know where he come from. The both of them ain't know where to come from. And we all fall into the same trap. It is no difference than a brother go join, go be a priest in the Catholic Church or go join the American military. You understand? Is whatever, think about it this way. You are going to the group, you're going to be in a group that, that satisfy your lust. You understand? You go be a Roman Catholic priest. You like what? Little boys.
Right.
You understand? Right? I'm not, you know what I mean? Roman Catholics, come on.
Yeah, right.
How much money you'll have to pay off to these kids?
Right.
Right? I'm not saying all of you, but some of them making you look real bad.
Right.
You all should try and do something about it if you say, you know what I mean, it's the house of God, right? Now, you want to kill and you don't want to be looked at as a murderer. Where do you go? Or the military, right? Or you go to the military. You understand? You want to be in a gang, but you don't want to be in a gang that, you know what I mean, robbing and stealing, you know what I mean, or, you know what I mean, trying to live, you know what I mean, doing, how to put it, you don't want to be in a criminal organization. So guess what? I'm going to be in the Greek fraternity. And I'm going to go. You understand? You'll go into that. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't, you know what I mean, is whatever suits your lifestyle, basically. You understand? So the Christian church suits most of us lifestyle. Why? Because they allow you to do anything you want. You understand what I'm saying? Right?
Salaki, so just for clarification, people under this empire, they choose groups based on what will satisfy their lust or satisfy something that they know they shouldn't be doing, but they'll get away with. That's what the groups they join.
Yes, and it's almost like if you had an aunt who church hopping, right? It's because this church say you can't do this. And she's like, you know what? I don't want to be here. I'm going to this church. So she leave that church, go to this next church. So she's going wherever satisfy her, agrees with her lifestyle. You understand? A woman comes here and learn that a man could have more than one woman. Guess what? No, I'm going to join the purple Christians down the street.
Right.
And then go join it, and then you know what? I don't want that. I'm going somewhere else. Or a brother come in here and realize he had to grow his beard and braids, and in his mind it's stopping him from getting his career job. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna leave here and go where? To some other organization that's gonna let him what? Cut his hair and join him, you know what I mean? Wherever he want, yeah. But in here, brother, in this house, you cannot.
That's right.
Yeah, come on.
Shalaki, what do you call that? Because I run into a lot of people like that. It's like their spirit wants to be, it's like a new movement that's like free anything. You're free to do anything. You see it, this big black labels on all these houses. It says Black Lives Matter. Then underneath it, it says science is real. Immigrants is this, and it has this whole new social movement with this banner that's supposed to represent freedom for all people.
Right, and that's to suit their lifestyle. This thing is just to suit their lifestyle, because Black Lives Matter, but you have to throw the science in, you have to throw the gayness in. You're gonna have to throw everything in because it suits your lifestyle. You understand? Like you just think whatever the in suits their lifestyle. You understand? In here, when you come in here, what you're gonna have to do? What's the first thing you gotta do? Or what the first thing you realize? You're gonna realize. So that's what I see. Come on. Yeah, you gotta change. And a lot of our brothers and sisters, they don't want to change. You'll be shocked to know if we started eating pork. If our pork head was right on top of the table right here, well cooked,
Right.
these chairs will be filled.
That's right.
We having pork night, brother. Come on. This place will be filled. You understand? It will be filled. Now the sister asks about candy, right? You say you're gonna have candy night. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna come? And just think about it this way, right? Your oppressor, he does things in a way where it's organized to have you in a deceptive way. You understand? Do men care about candy? No. But if candy in the house, you might just, pick a titty or eat it. But that ain't you going in. If you go in a store and you see candy and a bottle of eggnog, what are you gonna take? Yes. You see candy or a bottle of liquor, what are you gonna choose? Liquor. You see candy or a bottle of beer? Yeah. But you send your rib inside that store and when you have $5 for this candy, $5 for this beer. Candy. Come on. He knows who to market to. Right. And the right people he market to is the kids. So now, guess what? You don't want your kid to feel what? Left out. So you know what? He's going to throw the candies in. So he's going to make it look as if it's a what? It's an okay day. Right. The same thing he did with Christmas. He made Christmas look like, it's a okay day. On Thanksgiving, which is right around the corner, right, he made Thanksgiving about what? Sharing, right, and thanking God for food. So now, guess what? All the turkeys are going to be bought out. Right. You understand? All the turkeys are going to be bought out because it's about thanking God for success. You understand? When you actually celebrating what? The murder and the slaughter of the what? Native Indians. That's right. You understand? Right? It's a tactic he used to make it. It's a selling tactic he used. You understand? What you're reading about here is the real Halloween. You understand? Come on.
If I may, so what you're saying is heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Like that whole marketing thing, it's like I read books about it, you know what I'm saying, about dopamine and all the different chemicals in our brains. Mm-hmm. And it's like they use their marketing tactics to find out who to sell to increase their profits. Mm-hmm. So the one thing is like if you can market to children, then you hit a gold mine because you market the children, but who's gonna spend the money? The moms, the dads, the grandparents, yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like that's just gold right there. So that's why almost all your major holidays, anything America promotes, they try to get to children
or
women.
Yes.
Con.
Valentine's Day is directly towards your what? Your woman.
Con.
Mama.
Damn right.
Oh boy, you better not go home without a gift for mama on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Or Christmas is for who? The kids and what? And the monster. Yeah, you call it the wife. I call it the monster. That crackling. You know what I mean? That one when you go home, if you ain't going with them gifts. Oh boy. Oh, you low down daddy. You what I call you deadbeat this MF. Yeah.
Salaki, I just heard that on the ride up here, man. About 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have stayed with Tyrone with your cheap black behind. I'ma leave you. And you and your, you know what I mean, you and your simpleness will go pick your Glock up and go rob the store just to please her. You know what I mean? You will go do anything to please her. Right? Give me 2 Chronicles 36 and 33 and 6. To what? Y'all want to put some of these precepts in with your but Halloween. So your topic is Halloween. Somebody precept in. All right, put the name of it, spell it, so that when you go home, you're able to look it up and make, you know what I mean, proper notes of what's, you know what I mean, what you went over in class. You know what I mean? Because this going to be coming up every year. Every year. And we're going to have to what? We're going to have to destroy it every year.
Come
You understand? Come on.
It's the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 33, verse 6. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Right, read above it.
Verse
5.
Verse 5. And he built altars for all the hosts of heaven in the 2 courts of the house of the Lord.
Right, so it's like this big bonfire. You understand? And literally, when they say pass through the fire, back then they were literally doing what? Putting kids through the fire. You understand? Literally. You understand? Like okay. When you hear sacrifice, the same sacrifice they try to charge the so-called Mexicans with, and it made the Spanish come in and conquer them. Columbus and them come in and conquer them. They won't doing that. You understand? But they had to say that in the what they call it, the parliament or the Congress or whatever, so that it looked like they are now what? Heroes coming to save these uncivilized people.
Come on.
You understand? But they're the ones that do the whole sacrifice.
Right.
You look up, you go watch Vikings with Valhalla and this, that, the other. You understand? You have goats and cows to sacrifice, but guess what? No, you want that untouched virgin or wherever. You want that, you had to kill somebody for your God. You understand? But back then we were actually worshiping and serving their gods and doing that. And today we do the same thing. We put our kids through that fire, meaning what? Through that danger. Sending a kid out on Halloween night, trick-or-treating, that is so dangerous and reckless. You understand? If it was on any other day, social services would have passed and pick your kids up. You know that, right? You just had them going door to door to any stranger. Did you sit down and look up all the sex offenders in your community and tell your son or your daughter, don't go and knock on that door? You didn't do that. You did not do that. You took a chance. You understand? What do they call it? Russian roulette? You understand? You took a chance with your kid. And when your kid grow up, your kid he gonna know that mommy or daddy didn't love me. Because you told me what, as a kid, don't take candies from strangers. But on this one night, that stranger that just came to live on your block, you don't know his history.
Right.
You could go to this house and get candy. Go trick-or-treating. You understand? And you end up in the basement yelling with an apple in your mouth. And you're wondering what God you serve. You understand? Is that dangerous? I had to paint a picture for black people, man.
Right.
Remember, this is a what? Mischief night. This is what? When ghosts. This is his night to do what? Get drunk, have sex, and wake up the next morning and just, go about business as normal. Yeah, we just had sex, but that was Halloween. That was just, that night.
Come on.
And now you know what I mean? You pop in the morning after pill. You know what I mean? Like it's a painkiller or whatever, aspirin. You understand? Right? Read on.
God, verse 6. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom. Also, he observed times.
Right? He observed times. What's that observing times? Come on.
The seasons.
On it.
Like astrology.
That's it. That's it. Astrology. You understand? Like you know, woman famous for this. They'll open the papers and go straight to what? To the horoscope.
God.
Say, I know you must be a Capricorn, right? Must be a Cancer. Yeah, Capricorn. Excuse my little accent. All right. You must be a Scorpion, right? Yeah. Come on.
And used enchantments and used witchcraft.
And use what?
And used witchcraft.
Enchantment is what? What is enchantment? Come on.
What's like a spell?
Spell, but if you bring it to today.
So like rituals,
No.
like worshiping spirits.
No. Just think enchantment. What's enchantment?
All of them candles and all that.
Yeah, give me a little more. Come on, come
So
on.
like they seducing you.
Yes. That's why I said in the beginning, you think you like Jordans because Jordan is such a nice shoes. You understand? We sit down here and talk about Jordan. Would we have anything nice to say about Jordan?
Hell no.
But we have his shoes. All right. One traitor in the midst. Come on. No.
I know what you mean. I don't want. You mean will we have something nice to say about him as a person?
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing. You understand? But he black. He's one of us. So you know what I mean? He have a chance to change and come back. You know what I mean? But you will not look up to Jordan in here. He will not be considered a role model.
That's right.
But Jordans. How many of you never had a Jordan in here? Raise your hand. Ah, boy. And okay, I'm gonna leave y'all. You know why I'm gonna leave y'all to it, right? Because Jordan era was what? I think the 80s.
Yeah,
up. So kids, you know what I mean, in the 80s, 90s, and now will look to Jordan as, you know what I mean, I have to have a pair of Jordans. You understand? Come on. What's that? I don't have no Jordans. Isupk never had no Jordans.
That's right.
Can't get me on that type of one. Nah. Now the Negro in the world, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, but I'm just, you know what I mean, kidding, but I'm just saying the reason why you would have these shoes, you know what I mean, Jordan ain't no different from Fubu just because of the name.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right? But they know us. They know that we are what? Trendsetters. We like brand. Like we look up to stars. They know us. So they will use what? Enchantment.
Okay.
So now you'll have Cardi B dressing up as a witch. Her daughter, Culture, dressing up as a witch. Guess what? Your daughter want to dress up like a witch too. You understand? You have Barkley putting on a wig and lipstick. Guess what? That 6'4" son that you have home, Barkley is his role model. So guess what? Lipstick and wig. You understand? And daddy gonna let it pass. Why? Because it's just what? Halloween. You understand? Like that's where we live in. You understand? And if it wasn't for Commander Junior Hanna, boy, we would have been in bad shape.
Right. Damn right.
In bad shape. Because brother in the world, I might have been in a Halloween party. As I was telling what's his name? Gaparia. The Halloween party up here is somewhat similar to a carnival party back home. You understand? Where the people dress half naked, and that night is about what? Just getting drunk and, you know what I mean, having fun, sex. You understand? That's carnival. That is the height of carnival right there for you. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Salaki, after the subject matter, can you show me the scripture that says sex is marriage?
Yes.
The one.
Finish this.
Come on. And dealt with a familiar spirit.
Right, and that's why with McDonald's and them, that's why black people, you know, I mean, have McDonald's open, because they'll put what's her name, Megan Thee Stallion on there.
Oh,
you know what I mean, pushing chicken, whatever. And guess what? Black sisters they're going to McDonald's. You understand? Like they use enchantment to coax us into celebrating these holidays. You understand? Right? Read that last part over.
Oh, come. And dealt with a familiar spirit.
And dealt with familiar spirit. What's a familiar spirit? Come on.
Oh, well, Slacker, to your point there with McDonald's, Ronald McDonald, he's a familiar spirit to people who recognize
no.
Oh, Slack.
Think familiar.
Oh.
Salakia, one of these, I'm trying to find the proper word. One of these, stars, celebrities, somebody who's somebody in the world.
No. Okay, a familiar, just for time's sake, right? A familiar spirit. You ever hear about people going to people? You hear about Cleo? Miss Cleo, and she, you know what I mean, or people talking to a dead aunt, like I'm going to such and such. She speaks to dead people, right? That woman who says she could do that, she has a familiar spirit. That spirit knows her. That demon knows her, and that demon talks to her. Come on.
Sir, isn't there a scripture from wrong? So there's a scripture where somebody was claiming to talk to somebody's spirit, but it wasn't really them, it was a demon or something like that talking to them.
Yes, that was Saul.
Concert.
Wanted to go and bring up Samuel's spirit so Samuel could talk to him, but the woman that he went to brought up a demon. It was not Samuel's spirit. How we know it wasn't Samuel's spirit? Come on.
Slacker, you cannot communicate with the dead. You can't actually.
No, if you're listening, I just said what? Right. Okay. I don't want to confuse you. You cannot communicate with the dead. You're right. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh no, so like I said, that was my point. Like you couldn't communicate with the dead. That's how we know.
Okay, why you can't communicate with the dead? I said it earlier on. Come on.
You can't communicate with the dead because the spirit of the dead goes back to the Most High.
That's all. So of course that's not who. That's not what?
That's not Samuel.
That's not Samuel. And how you know it's not Samuel? Because Christ said it out of his own mouth. The God of the Bible is not the God of what? The dead.
Right.
He's the God of what? The living.
Right.
So that was not Samuel. That was a what? A familiar spirit that talks to her and her only. You understand? All right. Now let's read a little more of this. Come to you, right?
Come. The second was a day to honor Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit and trees. The symbol of Pomona is the apple, and the incorporation of this celebration
right, that's where apple come from.
Come.
So now the whole bobbin for apple, the whole apple is another god called Pomona.
Come.
Right? Now the god before that, right? for the Romans and them, right?
Okay.
That's what they celebrate in the Roman Catholic Church and the Christian Church. You ever hear about All Saints and All Souls Day?
Come on, sir.
Right? That's them bringing in Halloween into the church, but under the disguise of you now praying for your dead uncle, your dead father, your dead mother. And then they have a day separate for the so-called dead saints. And we all know that who could be the saints? Who are only the saints according to the Bible?
It's like the children of Israel.
The children of Israel. You understand? So now, when they're talking about celebrating All Saints Day, right? You praying to a dead saint because it's a custom with Roman Catholics or with Christians on the whole, where your middle name sometimes might be a saint or whatever month you're born in. That's, you know what I mean? It's rituals, customs of, you know what I mean, yes, traditions of the Roman culture, not our culture, but Roman culture. You understand? So that's how they tie in. That's why Halloween and All Saints and All Souls, they're around the same time. It's the same thing. You understand? Come on.
Shalaki, it's safe to say this is baby Rome.
Yes. Yes, America is baby Rome. Correct. Right? Read on. We got a little more of it. Scroll down. Yeah, scroll down. Right, so this now is, so read this. This is All Saints Day. So the Christian church or the Catholic church have a day called All Saints Day, right? Where they pray for the dead, the so-called dead saint.
Okay.
All right? Right? We don't pray for what? Dead people.
That's right.
You understand? We don't pray for them. You understand? They're dead. They're going to the Lord.
Okay.
You understand? When they're here on the earth and living and breathing, that's when you what? You pray for them.
Shalaki, I'm not familiar. So what happens when our flesh is gone? How do us as Israelites do we believe in funerals or what?
No, okay, we do have a funeral. No, an Israelite funeral is basically, I just summarize it for you, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Is which, you know what I mean, where your body is clean, right? By whoever, the priest, you're wrapped in, yes, right? With your head uncovered, basically, to get anointed. And that's it. You're in a box, you get put in the ground, right? Say some prayers, few things, that's it. That's what the school has a funeral department.
Shalaki, you can't go into the water, you have to go in the ground.
Yeah. That's our custom.
Why we gotta go in the ground?
Because it's our custom as Israelites.
How come you can't go in the water?
I mean in the water, meaning like just float away on the water?
Yeah.
Anybody want to answer that? Come on.
Just like say Egyptians had their custom of wrapping you up in toilet paper or whatever the hell it is that they had. That's their custom. Our custom that was established for us was to put you in the ground.
Right.
That's
so
our custom.
It's simple way to put it. That's a heathen custom.
And this Shalaki, and this is at a regular funeral place?
What you mean?
Just wherever the funeral home is. This a regular graveyard. We don't have our own sacred. Basically, it's like our flesh is resting where all the heathens and everybody else's flesh.
Yeah, but don't look at it like that. We in captivity basically, right?
But we don't have an honorable graveyard or something.
Yeah, we do
for the soldiers.
Yeah, we do. You die in here, you get an honorable burial.
Okay, the what?
You understand? You're gonna get an honorable burial. You understand? You know what I mean? Come on.
If I may, I went to one Isupk funeral, and that was for Officer Makataza. And I just want to say that was the most honorable funeral that I ever witnessed in my life.
I'm telling you, you will be remembered. You understand? And how will you be remembered? Come on.
Shalaki, by your works, by what you did.
Yes. Okay. Yes, but the brother, meaning, okay, I'm saying this because people in the world, right? When the mom or dad die, that date that they die on, they remember that every year. They do something on that day every year. Whatever the person liked, whatever. They sit down, open the what do they call that again? We have all the photograph and stuff. No, the photo album, right? You open your photo album and you go straight and say, hey, look, mommy, this when we did this, that, the other. And it starts all over again, right? How should you remember mommy?
Salaki, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just the good things that you know.
Mm-hmm.
By going on living.
Yes. That's how you remember mommy. Yes. Right? By living. Meaning this. You cry and you mourn for mommy, and after it's time for mourning, you live for mommy by doing what? Mommy, remember the teachings mommy give you. You understand? The lawful ones, you follow it. You understand? That's why when you come in here, you die. You will never be forgotten. Why? Because brothers now knew what you were doing and gonna live for you. You understand? Come on.
But there's like, they don't do nothing for you every year. You're saying like they don't even put like you know, like a ISUPK, like a dawada star dawada down for you.
No, we don't do that.
Oh, okay, so it's different than that.
Yeah, when you
Because like in the gang world, what we do is we come by every time and we put like the blue flags on them, you know. So we don't have like something we do to honor their soldiermen besides just giving them an honorable burial, basically.
Yes, give them an honorable burial, and afterwards, as the brothers say, live for them.
But how are they remembered then?
By your work, by what you do now, because they died doing the work that you doing. So if you love that brother, guess what? You'll never leave the school.
So like,
you will never ever leave this school.
So like it's not against the Lord's will to put them on a shirt or nothing like that?
No, we don't put dead people on our t-shirt.
Oh, it's totally different.
Yeah, we put live people on our t-shirt. People, brothers who live in, we put on our t-shirt. Remember, the Bible is not God. The God you're serving is not the God of the dead. Right. If you have a dead person on your t-shirt, you're showing the Lord that you're doing what? Yeah, you're going to remember in a dead person who he dead and gone. So guess what? Give him a proper Israelite burial and then live. Cry. We hug each other and we cried. And guess what? Next week we did. We went to camp.
Right. You can still select your last question. You can still speak on this. You can still speak on his name like positively though, right?
Yeah.
It's not against the.
Yeah, you could talk about him positive. We talk about him positive.
All right, the water.
You know what I mean? Come on.
So I was gonna say, as the brother just said, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We remember our brothers, you know what I'm saying, like Officer Makadazar, Officer, I believe it was Kama Wall.
And Ibaria.
Khan. You know what I'm saying? Brothers who you know what I'm saying, who passed, like, you know what I mean, we definitely keep their names alive. You could put up a picture of a brother. Right. We just don't do the whole t-shirt thing or what have you. And like the most important, like you said, out on, which is heavy, is like to me and my brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know that my brother Makadazar, he died literally on his way to camp.
Yeah.
I went to camp that day. You know what I'm saying?
Died on the way to class.
Khan. It's like, so now in my mind, if I leave this truth, I'm disrespecting that brother.
Yeah.
If I leave this truth, if I you know what I'm saying, I'm letting him die in vain. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know if I'm trying to die like him.
Because guess
he
what?
was glorious. You
guess
know what I'm saying?
Guess what? If your mom or dad was able to get up from the coffin, he would tell the nigga, live.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, go ahead and live. Put the pipe down though.
That's right.
Put the pork down. But live. You understand? All right. We get a little more on this. And then give me you have your Zondervan. But read a little more from them.
Come on, sir. All Saints Day. On May 13th, 609 AD, Pope Boniface IV dedicated the Pantheon in Rome in honor of the Christian martyrs. And the Catholic feast of All Martyrs Day was established in the Western Church. Pope Gregory III later expanded on the festival to include all saints as well as all martyrs, and moved the observance from May 13th to November the 1st.
You understand? And all this is basically this is what you'll call basically a political move.
Okay.
You understand? Because remember, Rome conquered them. So Rome want them to what? To accept that they're being conquered. So guess what? I know you all have this holiday, but we have this holiday too. We could just marry the two together.
Okay.
This is what you call a business deal going down. You know what I mean? This is how Esau, or your oppressor, he makes deals. Right. You understand? He conquer you, and guess what? He used the same Bible that he used and pull what I would say, Christmas. But when you ask him to show it, it's nowhere there.
Right.
But his doctrine is about what? Christ. Right?
Okay.
All right. Come on, read on.
By the 9th century, the influence of Christianity has spread into Celtic lands, where it gradually blended with and supplanted older Celtic rites. In 1000 AD, the church made November 2nd All Saints' Day, a day to honor the dead. It's widely believed today that the church was attempting to replace the Celtic Festival of Dead with a related church-sanctioned holiday.
You understand? So now you're in church. You're in church in the islands, and you're celebrating All Souls and All Saints' Day and not knowing that is what? Halloween all over again.
Oh, God.
You understand? Just by what? A different name. Remember, you're dealing with a what? A subtle beast.
That's right.
You understand? He's very subtle. You thinking you're doing it for the kids. Nah, Negro. You losing it. You ain't doing it for the kids. You understand? You losing it. You dress up like Marilyn Monroe. You understand? You're a grown man in a spandex top, looking like, you know what I mean? What do you call it again? Outer shape Batman. You understand? Or we call it the Black Panther.
Oh, right.
I mean, you look like the bloated Black Panther. You understand? Like, and you think that is, you know what I mean? We having fun.
Right.
Nigga, you look simple.
Oh, that's right.
Woman, you look like it, you know what I mean? Like a hoe. Jeez, put some clothes on, man.
Right.
And kids, put the chocolate down, please. I mean, you gotta go see the dentist in 2 days after. Yeah. You understand? Rest with the chocolate. You don't need no chocolate on Halloween. All right, come on.
It's the
You could
count.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Scroll
Scroll down and see if they have anything mention anything about the candy or whatever. No, I don't think so. So the candy was just thrown in there to basically throw you off. That's why with the apple and you put the chocolate on the apple, right? It's throwing you off as what? Something good to eat. But you actually what? Worshiping what? Pomona. You understand? You bobbing for apple, you actually worshiping Pomona. The whole guising, you look up guising. Guising is basically you putting on the costumes that they had. All right? Come on. No, you go ahead. You go ahead, brother.
Shalakia. So basically, if you raise without an Israelite culture, you're going to adopt Roman culture.
Yes.
So basically, most of our blacks are just they're Romans really internally, but they black-skinned Romans.
Yes, and that's what the
they
Bible.
think like Romans. They worship all the Roman cultures. They value Rome, everything.
Yes, and that's when you read it in the New Testament, they call us Gentiles because we live as like the Gentiles. You understand? We live like the Gentiles. We lived among them, and we did all their customs, the traditions, everything. And that's what Paul had to go in there and deal with. You understand? You read about Mary all the way back then. You understand? And he had to go in there and cut them and, you know what I mean, show them what they're doing was wrong. Come on. Uh-huh.
Shalaki, I was just gonna say, really, the only thing Israelite about them is their bloodline.
Yes.
Because without knowledge or anything else, they're just like they got the blood of an Israelite, but really they're like Romans,
They like Americans.
American.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why the whole murdering lifestyle, it's an American lifestyle.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you killing your brother for wealth or whatever. They do that. They a young boy find out grandmama and what do they call that again? Have a life insurance, and when they died going to them, guess what? Grandmama day is numbered.
Right.
They's gonna take grandmama out on the boat, and it was an accident. Granny died. And they're gonna come back full out crying. And when they do the investigation, you kill your grandmother.
Right.
You understand? Like they kill each other for what? For wealth. You understand? They murder each other just for wealth. You understand? That is American lifestyle, to live what? The American dream.
Right.
You understand? You gonna say something?
Selection. I'm ready for this one.
Okay. So we good here, right?
Come.
That's a good
I
here.
did have something to say on this.
Come on.
Just real quick with the candy situation.
Uh-huh.
I have to do more research, but as far as I know, candy, I won't say that candy is new, but candy as we think of it today is relatively new. It's almost like how we think of like wedding rings. You know what I'm saying? Like a diamond. There was a time when people didn't really buy diamond rings for weddings the
Right.
same way. So candy is like that. My grandmother told me when she was a kid, like growing up in the South, like for Christmas, they would get like apples
Mm-hmm.
and they would be mad excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh snap, we getting like sugary fruits.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, you know what I'm saying? So candy came later.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Come.
The candy came because he is trying to seduce you and to celebrating it.
Mhm.
The candy come is almost like, okay, well, the grown-ups destroying everything, right? So guess what? We had to bring the kids in.
Mhm.
Because if we let these grown-ups let loose, we wouldn't have anything. They'll kill the crops, anything. So guess
Right.
what? Bring the candies in, bring the kids in. So now ain't nothing getting destroyed. Right? I wanted to read some of these. I have some stories here for you all to show you that, you know what I mean, that the Lord, you know what I mean, don't want us celebrating these days.
Right.
All right. I'll do one more. One more scripture, and then I will get the what the brother wanted, right? Mm-hmm. And give me I think it's Exodus 16 or something like that, 22 and 16. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so. Tell you, where it says, where it says let judgment rain down. Read Exodus first for me. Uh-huh.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Say that one more time.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid.
So a man entice, meaning what? Mm-hmm. Hold on. Go ahead.
You know, seducer, basically.
Yeah. So you spit game to her, right?
Spit game.
You understand? We don't hit women across the head, and you know what I mean, or you know what I mean. If she says no, is yes to us, right? We don't do that. Yeah, entice means what? We spit game. You understand? Rape is illegal. Rape is against the Bible.
Right.
All right. Go ahead. Read on.
Okay. That is not betrothed.
She is not betrothed, meaning what? This sister doesn't what? Belong to any other man.
Right.
You understand? That's why the first thing we teach you up in here is to do what? You meet a sister, you're trying to get with her, you do what? First question is what? Do you have a man? Are you talking to anybody? I was just talking to this guy just for 2 months. We just talking. Okay. What's his number? Oh, you don't have to know that. Shalom says. Out. You understand? Like you trained in here not to do what? Not to what Christ tell you not to do. Christ said what? In the New Testament. He said if a woman don't look. You know what I'm talking about? Come on. Pull it for me.
So like it basically gonna be just slinging D everywhere, just got like adultery. I think that's what it's called, adultery.
Yeah, adultery is when you do what?
We have sex without being married.
No.
Which one is that called? Fornication?
No. Adultery is when a man has sex with a woman who already has a man.
What's the one called when you just humping just for the hump of it? You know what I mean? Lust.
No.
What is it called?
You could call it fornication. Fornication is any type of what? Unlawful
That's
sex.
what I was talking about. Yeah, there we go.
Right?
Unlawful
So,
sex.
you know what I mean? You have sex with a whore, right? It's wrong, right? You can't just go sleep with a whore and then, you know what I mean, shalom. Not in here. Come on. No.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Right. Christ is going that extreme, and that's what you're doing. When you ask the question, do you have a man? Are you speaking to somebody? Who you're speaking to? When last you spoke to this man? Well, we've been talking for about 2 months now. Okay. So you all, you know what I mean? What you all into? Nothing. Well, if you don't mind, sis, could I get his number to talk to him to see if he's interested in you? You don't need to talk to him. You could talk to me. Shalom.
Damn. Ooh-wee.
Move on. Next. Come on.
Use a mic.
Could you give us a clear definition of what lust is?
Lust?
Yes, sir.
Lust is this. You ask the sisters, right? Looking fine. In your eyes, she's looking fine. She don't have to have the, you know what I mean, the special effects, if you want to call it that, right? Your eyes, she looks fine. You go talk to her. She says, I have a man. What will lust tell you? Come on.
So like I said, lust will tell you, well, you can't have friends then?
Yeah. Yes. Or you still look at her like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you want to have sex with her, but you know she has a man because she just tell you she have a man. You understand? Lust will make you do what? Lust will make you get the number, even though she said it. No, I'm talking to this brother for 2 months now. You know what I mean? But you don't even know if they had an argument and she just angry with him and you just decide, you know what I mean, you just to pick up. You understand? Uh-huh. Say we're confused about. Yeah, we off Halloween. We go with Halloween. We're dealing with marriage.
Because the thing is she already. Is it wrong if you?
Just be
because
PG.
if you already
PG.
So like if you already had it, then why would you want it? So if you already, is there a rule like that's why you say you're supposed to stay with him right forever, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, that answers everything, man. But because if she say I broke up with this man, but she's trying to talk to you and you don't want to talk to her because she didn't already had that, you know what I'm saying?
No, okay. Hold on. Say that one more time.
I'm trying to be as
just be PG. Just try to, you know what I mean?
Don't know the correct
all right, we'll talk after about it. Yeah, we'll talk after about it. You know what I mean? So YouTube don't have an excuse to, you know what I mean, shut us down because we you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so like, I think he means like if two people in the world and he put her away, you know, they're not following the law, but he put her away and they're not dealing with each other no more. Is it okay if he's, you know, goes talk to her? Like, you know.
No, I don't think he's trying to say that. Yeah.
That's almost the opposite of what I'm saying.
I did kind of have a question on that. Like,
Yeah, come on.
So insofar, okay, so because again, so people in the world are not keeping law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. But who is?
We are.
Yes, very good.
So if she tell me I got a man, no sweat.
Right.
I say, you got a man? I don't got a man.
Uh-huh.
You seeing anybody?
Uh-huh.
No. You having sex with anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, most women is gonna be like, no. They're gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
But
What's the next question?
who's the last?
Go ahead. Who's the last person? Yes.
She okay, but right now, she say, it was like 5 months ago.
All right. No, hold on.
So that's my question. It's
Right.
like I said.
So she said 5 months ago, right? Okay. What would be the most brotherly thing to do? She said she had sex with Tyrone 5 months ago. What? No, I'm talking about we talking about somebody in the world. Right? You're talking to me after about it, right? What would be the brotherly thing to do?
Like let them have an opportunity to maybe let an opportunity for them to come back together.
How do you do that?
But leave them like, you know, you leave her alone.
No, but he just said that what? That she what? She said that what? Hold on. That she said what? 5 months ago.
Right.
So how do you deal with that? Okay, sis, what's the brother name? Tyrone. What's his number? Hey, Tyrone, I'm with Mercedes right here, right now, right? You know what I mean? She said you were the last man she been with. Tyrone might be like, mother effer, don't talk to me about
right.
this. Then she's not Tyrone man no more. I mean woman no more.
Okay.
So like, I just feel maybe it's the Banyan in me or something. I feel what he's talking about. If sex is marriage, then why wouldn't they try to get to make it all the way to why? He done already ran through all her. You know what I'm saying? It was been his woman. You know what I'm saying? Why not make them continue to get it cracking? Try to
No, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it may not work like that. It may not work like that because what you're learning here is not what you're learning in the world. You understand? So they may just stop talking, they may just quit, right? And even Paul went over that. Paul said, if a non-believer leave, let him leave. You're not bounded by that.
So like, can I ask you a couple questions or just one? And then I'll ask you the other questions later. So then how long is it before you let her, you know what I'm saying? Because she done had, you know what I'm saying? Basically, let me just cut to this stuff. If she humped him, right? How long before it's too wild before you mess with her? Because he done already had her 5 months ago. I mean, to me, that's not really appealing.
That's why you do what? That's why the school has what? 6 months to what? 6 months.
So
to
after
a
6 months to a
rule.
year, she's too wild spiritually.
Meaning this.
What?
You could take the chance to try to, deal with that demon, or you could have the demon sit down right here. And then after 6 months to a year, you will know if that is no longer who she says she is.
Gotcha.
You understand? But you making sure you go through the channels. What I'm telling you is, I'm trying to teach you brotherhood. You understand? So that if the sister says anything, you are able to see through the crack. You're able to cut the game out one time. She said she been with Tyrone for 5 months ago. You call Tyrone up, and Tyrone will be like, man, we just had an argument. What are you talking about? Or she would say, what? You don't need his number. You don't need to talk to him. Okay, well, since we have classes, if you want, you come sit down in classes. You let her sit in class for 6 months to a year. And if Tyrone is her man, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. But if you rush it and you go and do it, Lord be with your brother. Lord be with you. And you better hope you ain't commit adultery, because if you did, you're going to answer the council.
Do we do like some type of spiritual stuff to have her clean herself, or we clean ourselves after we've been, you know what I'm saying? Or is it just regular?
Just like how you getting clean, she going to get clean the same way too when she sit down in them chairs. She going to have to do what it says in here. She got to come in here and do what? Cover her head.
Mm-hmm.
She going to have to do what? Put on her skirt. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She got to come in here with a dress on. She going to have to show us that she is what? She is no longer being Mercedes. You understand? And being a princess of Zion. Come on.
I guess my last question kind of relates to the question we've been asking. So let's just say because I mean, at a certain point, you can assume most sisters have had sex with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in their life
Mm-hmm.
at a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, is that my first question is that a question that should always be asked of who is? You know what I'm saying? It might have been 5 years ago. I don't know. But she might be like, I'm single. I ain't seen nobody. I ain't been talking to nobody. None of that.
Mm-hmm.
If a brother just be like, all right, cool, let me get your number. Is he bugging?
No,
Or
he's not bugging. Okay,
I'm not bugging. Slack. It's a better word. Might be I don't want to say sinning, but
hold on, holy peace, eh? Come on.
is he sinning or I mean?
No, okay. What I'm telling you here is to get away from the sleep with another man, woman. Not as the brother say, you ain't giving them a chance to come back. Just think this. If your woman leave you, this woman you love, she leave you for 5 months. How would you feel if a man call you, if a man call you and say, yo, Tabawan, I know you've been with a sister for such and such. You love this sister?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And you might be like, yeah, I'm a girl, man. This, that, the other. And you'll be like, brother, if he have some brotherhood, be like, ain't no sweat. I'll never touch that sister. And go. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be up in here and be lust-filled.
Come, sir.
You know what I mean?
Come.
You can't do that. The Lord going, you know what I mean, spit you out.
Come.
You understand?
That's right.
That's being lukewarm. You understand? You're gonna have to be in here and do what Christ tell you to do. Christ tell you what? Don't lust after another man, woman, basically. Don't do it. All right? Come on. And then quick, we'll get to this.
So like it, because the objective is to have everybody married with kids and families.
Yes.
A nation. Be fruitful, basically, like he said.
And brotherhood.
And brotherhood.
Yes. Sisterhood. Yes.
Brotherhood and sisterhood.
Yes. Correct. You understand? Go ahead. Yeah. We already got that part there. After he enticed, he live with her, they're married. Right? Ain't no, you know what I mean, you by the altar reading some vow that is not even in the Bible.
That's right.
Huh. Come on.
Come. This is the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary.
I know what you're reading here. This is in the American law. You understand? This is basically in the American law. Like you could go and how to put it and do the marriage ceremony in a church, but if you don't do this, you are not looked at as being married.
That's right.
You understand, right? And that's what the what they call it again. I think one of the Kardashians or one of them did that to one of them basketball players.
I think Chris Humphries.
Yeah, like what? After they get married, I think she left him 2 weeks or a week after.
Yeah, Chris Humphries.
Come on. Right. You understand? Like she claimed we never did it after we went in the church. Okay, well, cool. Well, you all ain't married. Sign these papers right here. You understand? Read on.
Con, this is the entry for marriage in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and a woman consent, consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
So sex is what? Marriage. And that's it. But go tell your Christian church that. Guess what? They're going them hoes gonna tuck tail and go to the pastor down the street. Who gonna let them do what? Whatever they want to do.
Bruh.
You understand? You know why they in the church? Because the church allow them to be what? Whores. You understand? That's why we call it Christian church what? A whore house. Or a whore house. Right? Come on. And you know what I mean? That's basically it. So the Halloween did what? Marriage. I have found I ain't gonna figure you. I'm gonna get you next week on that Ezekiel. All right. Ezekiel, I think what 22 and 29. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Yanazar.
Once again, we are the ISUPK. Started out. Thank you. That's what I said. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th. And in Hebrew, it is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. November 28th is the feast of Hanukkah. November 28th. That's the next holy convocation. And it's like one of my favorites, man, for real.
Oh,
yeah, man. Word, man. You don't miss that one, y'all. Okay. Remind Akim and Aquathium to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. And this is a valuable medium that we have, you understand, and reach out to our brothers and sisters.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, Amadim, Sister Yashab. Sergeant of the teacher, men of Israel. We give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Bashim Hashab Rakatham,
Yahaba Shimi Ashab Rakatham.
Yajimatah. So, Sister Amadim, men of Israel. We give one courtesy salute to the sister, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Shabbat Alababa Shahal Shai. Yajimatah. Class dismissed.